Welcome back to the channel. Listen, hope everybody having a good day out there today. And hope everybody enjoy their day, right? Or night if you're watching the night. Hope you're just having a good time, right? Spending time with family or friends, whatever it is, right? But listen, today we'll be reacting to, another video. What's the name? Zaid Speaks, right? Shout out to Zaid Speaks, right? And the title is the demise of hold on. The demise of masculinity and the rise of weak men, right? Alright. Let's see what the video's saying, bro. Let's get into it.
So it's very obvious to notice that there has been a certain shift in men and what it is to be called a man in today's time. With the social climate changing along with political correctness, it's clear to see that today society breeds weak men. And throughout our childhood, our nature to compete and to stand up for oneself is barely encouraged or supported, but rather suppressed and disciplined. It's understandably true that we are living better times than before, and men no longer have to have certain attributes to be successful in life. But I would argue.
But you see that's the thing, cause too comfortable. That's the problem. Too comfortable. Right? Come from work, just sit on the couch, eat Cheetos, eat pizza, eat all kinds of nastiness. You don't work out, don't drink no kind of water, nothing. And your working out is not something that listen, people make it so tough to work out. Working out is not that bad. You can take 5-10 minutes just to work out. Right? I don't care, you run, you push ups, do squats, you lift weights, whatever it is. I don't care if you do 5 push-ups a day, 5 push-ups, 5 squats a day. That's good enough. You better than the average person, because the average person not even doing that. So you doing that is you're above the average person already. You're doing better already. In the long run, your health will thank you. You will still be able to walk, still be able to do mobile things and then move around and do different stuff like that. Instead of just giving up and I can't work out, but you can walk to go to the fridge, right? And pull out the nasty food and eat it, right?
Everything goes hand in hand. Men more than women are more interested in competing for status and power, which result to a dopamine high and create more testosterone. Testosterone which has been declining since the 1970s. And there are many factors for testosterone declining. There's been an avid...
Because there's a lack of... because there's a lack of, physical activities. Like going for a run, playing basketball, playing soccer, playing football, right? Whatever it is, there's a lack of it. So that's why, it's dying down slowly. There's a lot of other stuff that's, even the food you eat, even the food you consume is literally killing you.
That masculinity is a social construct and is very much toxic and no longer needed to exist. Throughout time, masculinity stemmed from tribalism, what a man could provide and do for his tribe. They were socially bribed to go out and fight for a cause, and if they died, they would have glory. Males were often seen to be sacrificed in order for us to live. Things like courage, strength, and mastery were amongst the most masculine traits in order for civilizations to survive. Basically, providing, protecting, and competing were the main objectives of being a man. Any time in history where masculinity declined, nations have been overthrown or destroyed. As the saying goes, hard time creates strong men create good times, and good time create weak men, and weak men create hard times. And I think as a society, we're in the weak men phase, where the hardest of times are yet to come if people do not educate themselves.
We can always change that. Like I said, change start with you. I cannot change nobody else but me. I cannot change you who's watching the video or somebody you send it to or whatever it is. I can only change me, myself. Right? So when I change myself and people see that I changed, right? Or I do my own thing, I follow in my own lane. Don't skip lanes and try to go in another lane when you know that that lane is too fast for you. That's not your lane. Come back to yours. When you know your lane, there's no way you'll fail. Because listen, you know exactly at what speed you're going. That's exactly what speed limit. You know what you're doing. You know why you're there. You understand why you're there. Instead of hopping on somebody else's, and then you realizing that's not even for you. That's not even me. That's not even you. Because you're not being yourself. You're changing just because somebody else tell you to change. Don't change for other people, but change for yourself. Be better for yourself, not other people. Because listen, if you change and that person leaves, that person was never your friend. That person was never your friend. They was just there because, tell you what, they could control you. Men or women, whatever it is. Listen, you have to take note to what's going on. You have to take note and spend time with yourself to see who you are. See what you like. Not just because everybody like it, you should like it. If you know yourself, listen, I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't care who like this, but I don't like it. And that's okay. People will disagree. People will tell you, oh, you lame, or you this, you that. That's okay. Because you're being true to yourself. And not letting what they say affect you and change you. Because you're strong to who you are.
Personally, I think when the feminist movement started, it had great intentions of giving women opportunity to get educated or to work, along with some other benefits. But more recently, it's becoming a more radical push of anti-masculinity, where we're oblivious to the alarming
And slowly turning women, very masculine. But as a man, you should always stand 10 toes on being a man, brother. You never want to change just because a woman come around, and no. Be yourself. Be yourself. Listen, you go in a room or whatever it is, and your looks have nothing to do with it. It's just how you act, how you talk to people, how you carry yourself. Right? All these things play into that. Right? Don't put on an act or put on your clown face for just for that person to accept you, or for that girl to like you. No, be yourself. Just if you're cool and laid back, be that. Don't try to make noise for everybody to hear you or get some sort of attention. No, you're just being yourself. And there's people that's outgoing, right? There's some people extrovert, introvert. If you're introvert and you're more laid back, all right, okay, I'm laid back. When you have to talk, you talk. That's what I'm saying. You have to get to know yourself to see what type of person, in what category you fit in. And then okay, that's me. All right, let me do that. Simple.
and issues that men face. Things like higher rates of school dropouts, mental health issues, 80% higher rates of
the mental health is very important. That's why you take time from everything else, and you put your time into you. You meditate, you work out. Workout and meditation is very important, right? Especially for the mental health, because it calms your mind down. It cools you down, it grounds you. To me, that's what I do. Right? It calms you down. It makes you a better person, make you feel good, feel better about yourself. Build some sort of confidence. So when you speak to people, people see the confidence within you.
suicide, 71% higher rates of homelessness, and the list just goes on and on. So what is contributing to all of this? One can say the lack of males, especially strong male figures in a boy's life,
Exactly.
has a lot to do with this. I think it's
like I was just saying in the last video. Probably his dad doing the same thing. Probably his dad have no sort of leadership. So all he know, all he see, all he consume is just BS. Nothing that's gonna educate him so he can be a better person. Right? Build himself into a man to become better. To become a better man, a better person in general. Not to just women, but men too. Just the people around him, building his circle, the people he will meet in the future. He don't have that. So all he knows is just what he see on the TV or his phone. That's all they know. Because his own dad ain't even talk to him, showing him different stuff. The fundamentals, he's not getting that at home. So he will search for it elsewhere.
It's very early in life where developed couples have a high rate of divorce, which often leaves kids without their fathers. Now, both girls and boys suffer from fatherless homes.
Yes.
For this video, we're mainly going to focus on the effects it has on boys. Father figures are the ones who provide the whole structure at home. And without a strong male present in a boy's life, he ends up running on his emotions and hormones, most of which he doesn't even understand or even knows how to control. This usually ends up in boys involving in street activity or doing some type of crime.
Exactly.
If you look at jails and prisons, it's the epicenter of not only men, but men who grew up without their fathers. Similarly, in the education system, it's a predominantly female institution, and there are many studies showing that boys do better in school when they are taught by a male teacher. I personally can look back and can attest to this when I was a student that male teachers had more of authority and more of a student retention than female teachers, especially when students were acting up.
Right.
But we are going from a dad deprivation at home to a now a male deprivation at school. And some of these modern day teachers are just indoctrinating our kids with some bullshit.
That my room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he like looks around and goes, oh, that one?
You see that? Listen, like I said in the last video, I say that if you want to control somebody and listen and make them do whatever you want them to do, you get them from a young age. You manipulate the mind of that child, that baby at a young age. So when they grow older, you have control over them. Right? So what you tell them, that's what they will do. That's what they will do, because you know what? You program it from a younger age and telling them that's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Worship that, do that at a young age, and you're consistently telling them that. So that's all they know, that's all they see. That's all you have them envisioning. So that's all they know. So when they grow up, that same thing you told them when they was younger, they will always remember that. It will always be in their head. Now listen, that child can escape that and see, whatever that was some BS. But that will take some time. That child or that boy, that girl will have to train themselves in such a way to get rid of that. And it's tough, and not everybody will get over it. Some people die and never get over it. But like I'm telling you, if you want to impact the kids in a good way, you got to get them from a younger age. If you get them from a younger age, you have a better you have a better chance of having an impact on them versus when they're older, when they 16, 17, 18, going up from there. It gets tougher from then. Because listen, from what they knew from when they was younger, they still got in their head growing up, and for over a period of time, they have that in their mind, and that's all they know. So to tell them that is wrong, in their mind it's right, because that's all they know again.
As well as the inclusive pride flag. I pledge allegiance to the queers.
Keep in mind that this is an elementary school teacher. She is teaching, influencing young kids whose minds are not developed yet. And I
Exactly.
personally have nothing against LGBTQ people, but when it comes to schools, I think they should keep it strictly reading, writing, science, and arithmetic.
No, but listen, even with what that brother is saying, and it's very true that nothing against the people, and you shouldn't have it in school. But tell you what, it's still out there. It's still out there. When the kids watch TV, Disney, right? When the kids watch it, they still consume it in some sort of way. It's still affecting them because they see it on the TV. It's okay. It's shown on the TV, so tell you what, it's okay to do that. Because that's what they see on the TV, that's what they see right in front of them. When they go on TikTok, that's what they see, and they seeing it, people, they seeing it somewhere. So it will still have an impact on them.
Nothing else of political nature, but this is the modern day teacher and modern day climate of celebs and media platforms like TikTok and Instagram.
You see it right there? Men wearing dress. What is this?
Whatever these kids divert their attention to, they are constantly influenced by feminine behavior before their brains are even developed. So the damage is done and it's progressive. Most of these young boys will grow up sexually confused, depressed, and indecisive because they're too in touch with their feminine side and that they don't understand who they truly are. Same thing happens in dating and relationships. Young girls give into trends of social media and date these feminine men, but when they get older and into the real world, they end up feeling dissatisfied.
Exactly. Exactly. Because tell you what, what's trending is cool. You know what I mean? It's good for that time, that moment, right? But in the long run, it don't pay off at all. Because the fame and the clout will go away. I mean, eventually you get old. I mean, listen, people gonna still know you, but like that go away after a time. So listen, you gotta think in the future. Think ahead. Don't think of now. Now is cool. You still enjoy yourself now, but then you gotta think of the future of what you gotta do to become a better person. If you wanna have kids, how can I be a leader for my son or my daughter, my two daughters, my two sons, or whatever it is? So you gotta change first in order to have an impact on your kids, even your little brother, your younger cousins, right? Because they looking up to you.
And unhappy because they can't find a masculine man, a guy who makes the decision, a man who leads, who provides, who is confident and firm. Things like courage to take risks when there's a high chance of failure, strength when you get knocked down but you still get back up, and mastery after hours and hours of beating on your craft. These are skills that made a man have honor and respect to the tribe. Other men looked up to be like this person, and women out to attain him as a partner. But
Exactly.
nowadays we have too much pleasure without purpose, where we have things like junk food and pornography at our fingertips, which I think.
And that's, watching the porn is very bad. And I'm working so I can get out of it, like get clear from it, right? Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on trying to get rid of that, right? Because especially watching that at a young age, as a younger kid, consuming that is but it's dangerous. It is so dangerous. I'm telling you, it is dangerous. So consuming that as as a young boy, and getting older, trying to get rid of the bad habit is very tough. It's very tough getting rid of that, letting that go, because it's been a part of your life for so long. Like I tell you, like I said earlier, if you want to control somebody, you do, or you give them something that's very addictive. So as they grow, it stays with them because that's all they know. You keep feeding them that, right? And it's in their mind. It's there. It will always be. It's always present. So that's all they know. So when you get rid of it, it's a problem. It's tough.
The huge causation of the modern day decline in masculinity. Society has given access to too much pleasure before purpose, when it should be reversed, purpose before pleasure. When a man lacks a purpose, he declines in all aspects of life and can get very easily addicted, comfortable, and complacent.
Exactly.
One of the main reasons I think young men's suicide rate is 6 times higher than women. They don't know who they are and they lack a sense of purpose. The lack of masculine men has caused disarray and has pushed women to accelerate their masculine side, which
Exactly.
is going against the very nature of a woman who wasn't designed to function this way. This can be catastrophic to society as masculinity is what provides safety and protection, not to declare war, but to always be ready for it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do
Right.
you like the modern day social climate of masculinity?
Nah.
Where do you think society's headed? As always, I do want to encourage you all to.
Headed, I personally, I don't know, right? I only have control over myself, so I don't know where exactly it's gonna go. I cannot predict. I can't predict. I could be right, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But like I said, change start with me. Right, change start with me. I cannot change nobody but myself. Right, but with that, that will take time so it can pick up itself. Because we need at least a few years, if we're being honest. We need a few years to get that situated, and that will take some time. Trust me, it will. So, if you listen, for the people watching, if you get any message from this video, if it helped you in any sort of way, right? Leave a like, comment, man, right? And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Always remember, stay true to who you are. If you stay true to who you are, nobody cannot tell you who you are. Always remember that. Take care.